our bomb show, our bomb Wednesday AMA. Got some big alpha to drop today regarding the some NFT info and also our Avalanche launch. So thanks for joining us. I got Rob and Marku with me.
Hey guys, yeah, it's going to be a big one. Excited for it.
Yeah, this is a really fun AMA. I can't wait to get into all these details.
All right. So, guess we'll start with, so we've had our OG NFT collection out for quite a while, and we've always said that we'll add some sort of utility to it. And, a lot of people have asked about that, and they've, given us a lot of good suggestions. And so what we've actually decided to do is, in the background, we've kind of been creating a new NFT collection, something that's really special, something spectacular. It's going to be called the Bomb Evolution. So it's kind of, celebrating the journey that the Bomb has been on, right from Bomb money through till now, and, to continue into the future, with everything that we have planned. So basically what we're going to be doing is, we've already actually snapshotted all the owners of the original NFTs. All of them are going to be getting a free Bomb Evolution NFT, limit one per wallet. So every wallet that holds one of those will be receiving one. Everybody else, they're going to be mintable very soon. We just have to finish the minting page. Well, actually, I guess they're mintable right now. The Bomb Evolution website needs a little bit of work, but I guess technically they're mintable right now at bombevolution.com. So I could actually show the NFTs that I have here, because we decided to regenerate them at a higher quality. So the ones that I actually have on my computer are not the final ones, and my computer I lost power last night while I was regenerating all of them, so I didn't even get a full set. So I'll have to do it again so I can actually show these without any issue. So let me share this. We decided to regenerate them at 4,000 by 4,000, so they're like 15 megabyte images. 1 sec. So here is a sample batch that will get deleted very soon. So we got all kinds of different attributes. We got, backgrounds, bodies, fuses. Very certain ones are, they have a hand prop. That's not very common. So pretty cool looking NFTs, if you ask me. So yeah. Actually, I didn't even mention the biggest utility of the NFTs. Yeah, I got too excited when I saw them. So we're, because these are the Bomb Evolution NFTs, we're going to be actually requiring that users hold an NFT in their wallet in order to be allowed to participate in all of our future Genesis pools. So that's, just to kind of celebrate everyone that's been with us, everyone that bought one of those Bomb original NFTs, everyone that wants to join the journey now and, jump on, get a Bomb Evolution NFT. You're going to need one in your wallet, or else you won't be able to enter any of our Genesis pools in the future on any of the chains. So for anyone that's wondering how that's going to work, because it's different chains, essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to take a snapshot of all the owners, and we're going to use something called the Merkle tree, or Merkle proof. So that's just something where we can, very easily just kind of whitelist as many addresses as we need. So.
Yeah, no, I think they look incredible, and this was initially something that featured slightly later on the roadmap, but we were just so excited about them. Aaron and our designer done such incredible work on them, and that coupled with the utility Aaron mentioned, we just it was just a no-brainer to accelerate that.
Yep. Yeah, actually, and we made some tweaks to it. We added a whole bunch of different backgrounds, so the collection is quite a lot better than when I first generated the set. But so actually, I'll go ahead and show. Let me share a different screen. 1 sec. So bombevolution.com is where you will go to mint these. They're going to cost 0.025 ETH. They're on ETH mainnet. So these are not going to be revealed until all 2,000 have been sold. So right now, actually, I'll just show you guys what they look like currently. Right now, they're just question marks, just like our first collection. So essentially, nobody knows what they're going to get until all 2,000 have been minted. And then we will do a reveal, and that'll kind of just flip the metadata from these question marks into the actual real NFTs. And just because we hadn't announced them until now, we just decided to actually improve the collection and redo the run of them, higher quality, and we added a couple more attributes as well. So yeah, expect some big improvements to this listing here on OpenSea, and there's a lot of improvements coming to this minting dApp. I just kind of put this together as a proof of concept real quick, but that'll I think that's going to actually be live today in its final edition. So exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And just to Rob's point there, we did have this later on the roadmap, but we had to move it up because there's just going to be so much opportunity with this. And just to elaborate on that, with the added utility that you require one of these NFTs to get into the Genesis farms, with us launching our Avalanche protocol, which we'll get into in a second, and requiring these NFTs to get into even that Genesis farm, plus all the future protocols we're going to go, these NFTs are going to have some tremendous utility compared to, most of the stuff on OpenSea. So in addition to that, though, there are also people that just go NFT hunting. So when they see a cool set like this, they'll jump into that. So we're actually going to be targeting some marketing on NFT lovers, just to introduce them to this site. And at the same time, they're finding out about utility where, wow, just holding this NFT, I can enter a Genesis farm and basically print free Solana, print free AVAX. I gave away one of the coins, but anyway, we're getting into that shortly anyway. So maybe that's a good segue for Aaron to talk about our Avalanche.
Certainly. So I had been doing some research on what coins we wanted to peg to. Avalanche was the obvious choice as our primary. So I knew that Solana is one that, we definitely wanted to peg to on one of the chains, and that we would never, launch on Solana since it's not EVM compatible. So then I looked around and I checked a couple of the chains, including Avalanche, of course, and it seemed that there's $1 million of liquidity on a whole bunch of different chains. I didn't see any chain that had a lot more liquidity than that. It seemed like they were all right around that amount, including Avalanche. So I think that, that's a great token to peg to on Avalanche, just because there doesn't seem to be a ton of unique blue chips there. So, yeah, we're looking at Avalanche, Solana, and we're going to also peg to Link, which is obviously, primarily on ETH mainnet, but ETH mainnet just has so many great tokens to peg to that Link's got a huge presence on Avalanche. So for that reason, we'll peg to Chainlink on our AVAX fork.
Yeah, nice. And I mean, I'm personally excited about accumulating those. It's a great time with the way the market is. You're setting yourself up for success for the next leg up. So yeah, I think they're really strong choices. Obviously, we listened to the feedback from the community as well. Clearly, a lot of people are super excited for AVAX right from the very beginning. And Link was definitely a strong theme in there as well.
Yeah. So I think we're just going to start with the 3, I believe, right? So we'll always have room to add a 4th in the future. We can always put that up to a governance vote and, do the same thing that we did with CZ Peg, just run another set of Genesis farms. But yeah, I mean, we're perfectly content launching with the 3.
For sure. Yeah. I think the what we're all about, which is, providing awesome returns on blue chip crypto, right? And while there are other big blue chips, I think we've chosen a few that there's, a really great narrative around. Clearly, some of the technical factors around liquidity, etc., is a big consideration on the network that we've chosen. yeah, no, really looking forward to it. Do we want to talk a bit about timings?
Yeah. I don't have that in front of me though. If
no, I can cover it. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of
Mark, I think you got to mute
you guys
your mic.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, mute.
So we're targeting the 30th of August for the pools to go live. We're looking for the site to be live a good bit ahead of then, ideally a week. That'll be when the marketing hype begins, which I'll let Marku talk about in just a moment. Obviously, with the NFT utility and the fact you'll need those to enter the pools, we'll be sort of having a multi-pronged attack, making sure that people are really clear, on all of the exciting things that are coming down the track. So yeah, that's the kind of timescales we're working to. We'll obviously be providing firmer details in next week's Bombshell Monday. But Marku, do you want to talk a bit about the marketing plan?
Got to unmute yourself.
On mute, sir.
There we go. I was using a manual mute on the mic, but anyway, yeah. So like Rob was saying, we're going to be launching the website on August 23rd, and it's going to be a little bit different, more structured than our BitBomb launch. We're going to have more time and allow for more hype buildup, more marketing before we even launch the Genesis farm. So it's going to be we're going to have about a week for people to actually come to the website and, find out about the Genesis farm, find out about the NFTs, find out how to enter the farms. And then on August 30th, we'll be able to launch the Genesis farms and get everything on PegHub the following day. And again, that's the beauty of PegHub, is that now we're just expanding 3 more blue chip tokens. When you go to PegHub, you get, 2 or 3 clicks and you're going into a whole different chain. But for the user, they're just seeing, okay, now I'm investing in Solana, now I'm investing in Chainlink. Like that's just, and that's just going to keep expanding as we move on to all these protocols. But with regards to marketing, we're going to be targeting a few AVAX specific influencers and AMAs. So we're still working on that. And we've already got one of the biggest Avalanche promoters. They're called AVAX Holics. So they're going to be featuring PegHub and our protocol, which I don't think we've revealed the name yet, but we'll let Aaron do that. And yeah, so we've just got a ton of stuff planned for this launch to make sure that we're building a hype and driving a bunch of traffic to it before we even launch the Genesis farms. So we're very excited about that. And let's have Aaron do the big reveal here.
Yeah. So Avalanche fork, it will be called Snowpegs, and we've secured snowpegs.com. So that will be the site where you will go. Just to add to what Marku said, we had a really strong start with CZ Pegs, and that did not have anywhere near the planning or coordination that this launch is going to have. Markets, I forget the exact market conditions at the time, but I don't think they were uptrending, or I'm almost positive they were not uptrending. So, we had rougher market conditions back then, and, CZ Pegs did really great out of the gate. Right. So it's really excited to see what happens with Snowpegs. In addition, one of the other things about the NFT utility, of requiring possession of the NFT to enter Genesis, we've really weighed the pros and cons of this. And, while we realize that there might be one or, a couple guys that might have participated that don't because they now require an NFT. I think, the exclusivity of you're only able to enter Genesis if you're part of this whole bomb evolution community, right? The evolution of bomb. I think I don't think participation is going to be down too much from our traditional crowd, but I think the huge advantage is that now this NFT is collected with not only our Avalanche Genesis farms, but all future Genesis pools, right? So, it lets us market to a whole different community, because now we have this NFT that looks awesome, has all these like rare legendary attributes that you can go after. There's only going to be 2,000 of them, and you need one of these to enter any of our future Genesis farms. And, we could obviously release another collection in the future once we grow, and 2000 is just simply not enough because people start being willing to pay 10 ETH for a bomb evolution. So so we at that point we could launch another 2,000 or 3,000 or maybe another 8,000 and make it 10,000 or but we're not going to be planning that anytime soon. So definitely this 2000 is going to be it until it becomes really obvious that 2000 is just simply not cutting it. So yeah, really exciting stuff, and I can't wait to market to that whole crowd because there's some really passionate NFT holders out there.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is a great example of just what there'll be a lot more of to come, in that previously I suppose we had that one sort of segment we were really going after, and I'm including myself in this, degens, who are comfortable sort of in the DeFi world, navigating senior protocols. Whereas for this, yes, we'll have that, and we'll still target a market and have something to appeal to them. We'll also have the simplicity of PegHub.com for people that really just want a super simple, set it and forget it strategy. And by the way, we're going to have some amazing improvements coming to the app very, very soon. We're just finalizing the design at the moment. And then on top of that, so those two segments I've already talked about, there'll be the NFT crowd as well. So we're really going after 3 markets here as opposed to just the one. So yeah, I think it's huge opportunity.
Yeah, and it was exciting how fast our last collection sold out, and this collection is it's really professionally done. The reason I decided to re-render at 4,000 by 4,000 is simply because all the layers that I got to use as the source of these images, that's the resolution I got them in, and I was just speaking with the designer, and we can always scale the images down if we need to have a lower quality version for whatever purpose. But actually, what I've seen some of the collections do is the actual image that'll be attached to the NFT. So what you'd see on OpenSea and everywhere else, that would be like a normal size image, like maybe 1024 by 1024. And then if you go to the NFT dApp, that's where only the owner of the NFT would be able to download the HD version. So, but the only way you can do that, of course, is if you generate them originally HD, which is basically what I was doing last night when my power went out. So I'll be running that again. But yeah, they actually let's share that again. Oops. Wow, I'm all over the map this morning. Sorry, I only have one monitor now, so this is a bit different for me. All right. So let's look over some of the attributes. Let's have some fun. So you guys will notice that 75% of them have no hand prop. Hand prop is like the gun or holding the lighter or the money bags, or the two legendary hand props. I don't know if I've seen one yet. Is a lightsaber or a bomb printer. I just caught a legendary background, so I'll show that while we're here. The gold. Oh, I lost it now. Anyways, well, that's the printer in terms of the legendary hand prop. I did just have, oh yeah, I love this background with the gold bars stacked up in the back. That's one of the legendary backgrounds. For legendary bodies, I think we got a gold body, and we got gold dust, which is this one here. And this is my personal favorite, is this one here. I think it's called Hot Stuff, this body. It's also legendary. Yeah, definitely some really cool stuff. There's a bunch of legendary fuses too. Oh, there's a lightsaber right there. So getting that right combination of attributes that you find attractive is it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be one that's fun and going to be worthwhile, because you'll have some NFT or some utility with those NFTs, and this is a collection I could see doing well on OpenSea in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the NFTs would do well without utility, but you throw that in along with a team with a comprehensive roadmap and strategy, and we're expecting these to do seriously well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure most people have seen the how lucrative these Genesis farms can be. So I mean, considering that these NFTs are only 0.025 ETH to mint. So that's around a little bit under $50, I believe. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't tell any of, and didn't even tell my team yet. So I was talking with the designer last night, and he had decided that the price that we had set was a little bit too high. So nobody had minted any yet. Nobody had found the site yet. So, he's really said it's really critical to, go through the whole initial mint quickly. So we actually have the price. So the price was 0.05. So we've dropped that down, and like I mentioned, there'll only be 2,000. So it looks like my power died right after the 500th one was minted or was generated. So yeah, I'll have to turn that back on right after this stream. They don't generate too quick when you're doing that kind of resolution.
Feel like you're being punished for slagging Diamond's setup the other day. It's a bit of a running joke when we're doing team screen shares.
It's funny. I was bragging about the computer I was using to generate these to the designer last night, and I was like, "Oh crap! I needed to give it more RAM." But I was using a virtual machine on the powerful computer, so I had to just allocate a bit more resources to it. And then I started generating them again. I was like, "Oh man, I don't have enough hard drive space for all these at 15 megabytes on this virtual machine." So I had to make another adjustment, but that was just human error on my part. Any comments? What do you guys think about the NFTs? Or any questions about Snowpegs or the collection or anything really?
Yeah, we'll just let questions roll in. If no one's got anything, we can maybe just touch on the PHub governance vote that we've got, but we'll hold on, see if anyone's got any questions or thoughts on the NFTs or Snowpegs.
Yeah, let me pull that up on my other screen while we wait.
Cool. I think we've got a question there, Aaron. So NFTs looking great. Do existing OG NFT holders get bomb Evolution NFTs of a specific rarity?
I mean, that's a pretty cool idea. But the thing is that, as I keep talking about, I'm generating NFTs still. I basically, as soon as I hit the button to generate again, every single NFT is going to be completely regenerated, all its attributes, everything. So we're going to be airdropping these before they're even revealed. So now that I've announced it, we'll likely do it today, right? So every bomb OG NFT holder will get, what I was just showing on my screen, which was the, on OpenSea, they're all question marks. So basically, they're all the exact same. Until the reveal, and then at that point, they'll all be unique. So I guess to answer your question, we can't really do that. We just have to give everybody a random one, and hope you guys can hope for the best, or you can mint a few and see if you can get something that you really like. Minting is live, yeah. We got another question here. Minting is live. The minting DApp is not the most beautiful, but it is very functional. So, yeah, you can mint up to 20 at a time. And as I mentioned, it's on ETH mainnet. Oh, also, I forgot that I left the PegHub, the buy PegHub demo I was showing you guys yesterday. I left it on the minting dApp, so I'll have to get rid of that. I'll just so people know what I'm talking about, I'll show it.
Yeah.
Oh, those were ones that I already minted. So because I had to mint there was 95 or 96 OG bomb holders, and then I minted some for the team as well. Although did I do 116? Maybe some people have been getting them. Share screen. Yeah, so disregard this at the bottom, guys. I was just kind of demoing a way to buy PHub across numerous chains. It's pretty cool if you want to play with it until I remove it, but that does not belong there. So this whole thing will be changing before the end of the day. Let's yeah, so I mean, we did already discuss the old NFTs, but it's something that I can talk about real quick right now. It's not too huge of news. Essentially, we're going to be airdropping every OG NFT holder is going to be receiving a new Bomb Evolution NFT. So, we feel that that's a good way to kind of give something back to all the supporters that bought our original NFTs. And instead of building separate utility out for 2 whole collections, we're basically going to build a ton of we've already have amazing utility around the new Bomb Evolution collection. So anybody with even just one Bomb OG NFT in their wallet will receive a Bomb Evolution NFT. So that allows us to just build all of our utility around the new collection while still not leaving the old collection behind, but without having to build 2 sets of utilities. Let me just connect up and see how many of these have been. Yep. Okay. So 116. So as I said, this is going to all change up the design of it, but you can see the contract over here to see what's going on. Oh, so we actually did have a couple just minted now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. I left it at 110. So I pre-minted 110 for internal use, and everything beyond that's going to be public mints. If you guys got any other questions, feel free to let them roll in. Okay. We found our guy. Yeah, like I honestly could see these NFTs fetching some good money in the future on OpenSea. Just because, with everything that we're doing with marketing and, we're raising so much awareness, we're getting new eyes on our project every single day that, Snowpegs is going to be huge. The amount of marketing we're doing around that, the amount of people that love jumping in Genesis pools. And as soon as you go to Snowpegs and try to get into Genesis, it's going to know if you're part of that, if you're whitelisted or not. So it's going to be driving people to buy these NFTs. That doesn't only apply to Snowpegs, but that applies to all future forks as well. Yeah, so I was just talking about that, but I'll go into it again. So our next protocol on Avalanche, called Snowpegs, in order to participate in the Genesis farms, you will require one of these NFTs in your wallet. So all of our future Genesis pools, our Genesis farms, are going to require that you hold a Bomb Evolution NFT, or else you won't be part of the whitelist and you won't be able to participate. And we'll keep evolving the NFTs as we go, and if we can figure out any other unique utility to add, we will. But we feel that requiring these to participate in Genesis is huge. In addition to the fact they're just super cool.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we obviously debated the chain that they should be launched on, but ETH felt like the right option, given that's where the biggest markets for NFTs are. Obviously at the moment gas fees aren't too significant versus what they've been in the past. So we think that's the right move.
Yeah, actually you're right. I didn't talk about that, because our original collection we did mint on Polygon. ETH fees were pretty extreme back then, and the collection didn't have nearly as much effort put into it, I guess. So these being as great as they are in terms of their design, their utility, everything, we felt that we needed to go on the big boy network for NFTs. So we're on ETH mainnet. Got another question here. The question is the airdrop 1-to-1 each OG NFT in the wallet? Nope, it's 1 NFT per wallet max. And I've actually already taken the snapshot of the owners. So it's, buying one now is not going to get you a Bomb Evolution NFT. Thought I'd just point that out. So the list of owners was taken yesterday. I think it's 95 or 96, I believe. Oh, actually, I know why I was sharing my browsers, because you're going to talk about the vote. I was going to show it. So let me put that back.
If no one's got any other questions on the NFTs or Snowpegs, we can touch on that.
Well, I was just going to add before we go there, just last thing on the NFTs. I love the fact that we're going on ETH for the NFTs, because that's where the whales are. I mean, you look at some of the ETH NFTs, these people can drop 100K on an NFT without blinking. And now they get, these are the folks that we can now target, where they'll find utility with the NFT they own and be like, oh, I can actually earn high yields here. Like it's all tying in. So we just want to explain that. That's the whole thinking behind the utility, the NFT, the launching of our Genesis farms. It all ties in to driving people into the farms.
Definitely. And, I will say that, the original graphics for these NFTs I've actually had for over a month. We're trying to figure out the right time to launch them and the right utility for them. So they've improved quite a bit because, ever since I generated the first set, the designer's given me a whole bunch of new combos to kind of just make the collection that much better. So yeah, really exciting stuff. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and show you guys the vote.
Awesome. Yeah. So just as a reminder, I think we've touched on this a couple of times, but the vote is now live. It centers around a proposal to look at how we build the PHub BTCB liquidity pool. So I think we're probably all aware that PHubs are revenue sharing and governance tokens, so it benefits from automated buybacks from what was initially the dev allocation, but Aaron, being the man that he is, repurposed those, and they now go to, as I say, automated buybacks, and those are distributed to our PHub stakers. So PHub itself, unsurprisingly, has done really well, in terms of its price performance, but liquidity has remained reasonably low. So it's sort of, I would say, hovered around the sort of 100K range, somewhere in that region. And therefore, we see fairly large price impacts for, in the grand scheme of things, reasonably small trades. And I suppose it's not really that surprising that liquidity has remained low, because the nature of, liquidity pools means that as PHub appreciates, it's the case that that's effectively sold off to keep the pool balanced. And lots of people don't want to give up any of their PHub tokens, which is absolutely understandable. So the vote is essentially proposing that we repurpose 45% of the revenue currently used for those buybacks and distribute to stakers instead to build protocol-owned liquidity. So half of that would go towards buying PHub still, and then half of that, of course, BTCB as well. So we've set ourselves a long-term target of building a ratio of 1 to 10 in terms of liquidity to market cap. But when we arrive at 0.5, we'll review that and will likely have another community governance vote to look at any adjustments that we feel we should be proposing. So the vote is now open. There's a few more hours at the moment. It's 86% of our PHub holders in favor for making the switch. So good to see that. But if you haven't yet cast your vote, please do go and check it out.
Yeah, vote was a lot closer when I went to bed. It was like, 125, 130, something around there. Like 125 to 130. It was that close, or somewhere around there. A couple things I want to add there. So just for anyone that might be scared of this, like I just want to really state out, what might be obvious to some, but not to others. So right now we're using all of the funds to buy PHub. If we take 45% and use that for liquidity, as Rob mentioned, that's, half of that's still buying PHub, right? So we're only taking 22.5% of that buyback money. That's not going to influence the PHub price anymore, but it's instead going to be used to add liquidity. And that'll be protocol owned liquidity. It's not going to be going anywhere. You don't have to worry about it being sold or anything like that. The other problem that this solves is that when we rely on the user base and people like myself to provide liquidity, for one, it's not as reliable as protocol owned liquidity, right? Like once we hit these thresholds and the protocol owns the liquidity, it's not going anywhere, right? The protocol is not going to say, oh, by the way, I need some Bitcoin for something, right? So it's not going to remove liquidity randomly. So it's going to provide a lot more stability, and it's not going to, it's not going to depend on individuals tying up a bunch of their Bitcoin and then deciding one day that they don't want to tie it up there anymore. And then our liquidity drops. And, so it really is addressing a lot of things. It's not taking much buy pressure away from PHub. And the little bit that it's taken away is going right into liquidity. So it's just making them, the price more stable and, easier to be traded without big price impacts.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing is, as we've always said, the revenue is not just from existing protocols, but future ones as well. And given our roadmap, we're confident that we're going to see revenue increase significantly. So we would hope to quite quickly offset that 22.5% as well.
Definitely. Yeah, it won't take long to hit those thresholds.
Yeah. But yeah, any thoughts, any questions, please do feel free to ask.
All right, I guess if no questions come in, we'll call it for today.
Give it
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today I'll be airdropping those NFTs to all the existing NFT holders. So if you hold a Bomb OG NFT, then just look out for one of these hidden Bomb Evolution NFTs that'll be revealed once they all get sold out.
Yeah, exciting. And the last thing I was just going to say is, given we've got so much exciting stuff coming up, please do just remember to reshare our social media content, etc. It makes big difference for us. It helps get new eyes on the project, so it helps new investors benefit from the awesome returns with us. But also, as I always say, it helps everyone already invest in the protocol as well by supporting the ecosystem's health.
Definitely. All right, I think we can conclude there. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And as Rob said, don't forget to share our socials and, tell your friends about everything we got coming up, because it's really a great roadmap we got, and, great short and long-term future we got ahead of us. So can't wait to be on the journey with all you guys.
For sure. And my lights have gone out, Jeff. PegHub to the moon. Awesome. Right. Thanks again, guys.
All right. See you.